MIT alumni-founded WalkWise uses a motion detecting device for walkers to allow family members and care professionals to monitor adults with mobility challenges. Smartwatches and Fitbits are great for tracking movement, but they weren't designed for the type of people for whom collecting movement data is arguably most important, that is, older adults who use mobility aids like walkers. For such adults, a change in activity could signal a life-threatening problem. Falls are a leading cause of injury-based death for older adults in the US. Decreased mobility could also signal problems like heart failure, depression, or cognitive decline. Now, WalkWise is helping older adults stay safe and active with a device that attaches to their walker or rollator. Data captured from the device can go to loved ones, physical therapists, or healthcare providers to help keep adults safe while they remain independent and at home. By allowing family members and others to receive notifications when daily walking goals are met, WalkWise is also encouraging older adults to stay active, an important way to maintain health and avoid the kinds of problems that can lead to hospitalization. WalkWise started as an invention to help WalkWise founder Chamberlain's own family before it evolved into a tool for healthcare organizations and insurers to help people stay out of hospitals and nursing homes. Today, WalkWise has contracts in 12 states across the US and has aided the move to home healthcare caused by the COVID-19 pandemic and subsequent staffing shortages. The progress is more than Chamberlain could have imagined when he was tinkering with a prototype for his family in MIT's Maker Workshop as a graduate student. While pursuing his master's degree in mechanical engineering at MIT, Chamberlain was involved in a lot more than just his coursework. In one of his first weeks on campus in 2014, he met classmates who were starting the MIT Water Innovation Prize (WIP), a startup competition for students commercializing water-related innovations. Chamberlain went on to join the founding team and help raise early money for WIP, which is currently in its 8th year and has awarded more than $275,000 in prizes to student teams. Chamberlain was also involved in the 2015 MIT Hyperloop team, which won SpaceX design competition and built the first Hyperloop prototype. Those two things really empowered him to think of as an entrepreneur. He thought of starting something from scratch with a good group of people and do something nobody has done before. Chamberlain made use of that mindset after a number of personal incidents showed him the limitations of technology for elderly adults. First, his wife's grandmother, who lives on a farm by herself, had a bad fall when she wasn't using her walker and was stuck on the floor until a gardener found her there. Then one of Chamberlain's biological grandmothers had a fall while alone in her home and was forced to crawl to the nightstand to call his aunt living next door. Chamberlain also watched his aunt struggle to keep up with the daily activities of his other grandmother who had Alzheimer's disease and was in a senior living facility at the time. Chamberlain used MIT's Nuts and Bolts of Entrepreneurship course taught over the Independent Activities Period (IAP) to get more familiar with the process of starting a company and received seed funding from MIT's Sandbox Innovation Fund. His first prototypes were designed in MIT's Maker Workshop in 2016. In 2019, WalkWise participated in the first cohort of the Texas United Healthcare Accelerator program. Today, WalkWise's device attaches to the front wheel of the walker and runs for about a year on AAA batteries, so users don't have to remember to charge it. It uses an accelerometer to record movement and detect if the walker has tipped over, transmitting info through Bluetooth Low Energy (BLE) protocols to a cellular gateway users plug into the wall. It doesn't use Wi-Fi. Chamberlain explains that they work with a lot of low-income seniors who may not have Wi-Fi networks or don't know their Wi-Fi passwords even if they have it. Ultimately, they try to be the simplest, most discreet system out there for seniors using mobility aids. WalkWise's analytics dashboard is customizable, So a family could get notifications every time a daily walking goal is met, or an organization can monitor movement on a group of patients and only get notifications when something might be wrong. With staffing shortages common across the healthcare industry, WalkWise has allowed nurses to keep more patients under their supervision safe. In one skilled nursing facility, at least 2 falls were detected in the first 2 weeks of installation after WalkWise sent messages to staff members that walkers had tipped over. These same notifications have helped community-based care organizations ensure that patients were not left injured on the floor overnight after a fall. In another instance, a physician noticed a dramatic decline in activity from one of their patients through WalkWise and dispatched a nurse practitioner to the patient's home. The nurse diagnosed the patient with acute congestive heart failure. She was prescribed medication, and the physician was able to monitor her recovery, all without a visit to the hospital. Moving forward, WalkWise will be deploying variations of its device for wheelchairs and canes. Chamberlain also says he is excited to build machine learning models that help identify additional health problems. The largest benefit of WalkWise might come not from the falls it detects, but the falls it helps prevent. Chamberlain says most organizations using WalkWise report reductions in fall rates, and 2 customers that have quantified their results have seen fall rate reductions of around 40%.